we're entering our 5th year of sending computers home with students, and over the last 4 years, we've learned a lot about best practices, do's and don'ts, as well as what can go right and what can go wrong. And so this video and the meetings are an opportunity for me to share that information with parents before laptops go home. Before a student can take a laptop home from Meridian, the parent must purchase insurance. That insurance covers any theft or accidental damage done to the laptop. The things that we consider accidental damage are drops, water damage, broken screens, broken keyboards, things of that nature that happen as a result of accidents. The insurance policy does not cover loss, and it does not cover, obviously, any intentional damage or vandalism of the machine. And then it also doesn't cover theft without a police report. It's actually very rare that we have laptops stolen. The most common theft incident that gets reported to my office are instances of stolen computer chargers. The charger that comes with the MacBook Air that we send home is valued at about $79. That's the actual cost to the school district to purchase replacement for that. And what we'll frequently hear from students is that someone stole their charger, and we ask them, to tell us the circumstances surrounding the theft. They struggle to name a person or to identify, and it can sometimes be very very tough to tell whether or not it's a theft or a loss. And so the position of the district, and this has been the position of the district going back some years now, is that if there's not a police report, then we don't consider it a loss. We don't consider it a theft. The only way that we'll consider an incident of theft is if there is a police report filed, and it is the family's obligation to file that police report. The school will not file a police report on the theft of a student-issued device. If you're a parent of a kid who's lost or had their charger stolen, you got 3 options. Number 1, you can buy a new charger for $79. Number 2, you can have your student keep their computer here at night. We will charge any student's computer overnight in our laptop cart for the entire year. Or 3, you can file a police report for a stolen charger, and turning in the police report is the required step in order to file the insurance claim. Students are recommended to report any issues that they have with the laptop immediately, so that they don't get themselves into situations at the end of the year where the computer has several things damaged on it that were not reported, and questions start to be asked about the care of it. So best interest of every student, anytime anything goes wrong, to give it back to the technology department. When transporting the laptop, students are asked to keep it in a bag or a case, something to protect it. In years past, we have allowed students to put stickers on their laptop. While we're not going to require that students remove those stickers, we are asking that no more stickers are added. Removing stickers for the current incoming freshmen took our technology department way more time than it should have, and so therefore we are asking, if you like to personalize your laptop, we're asking the students please put a case on it beforehand. Please don't leave laptops in cars for extended periods of time, especially during the hot or the cold months. To prevent theft, please keep the laptop in sight at all times. Do not leave it sitting unattended anywhere for any amount of time. At no time should a student assume that they have any ownership of the school laptop. When Meridian Public Schools issues laptops to students to take home, they assume all rights of ownership, regardless of the possession. And students should understand that because it is Meridian Public Schools property that they are using for their education, that they should have no expectation of privacy when they use our technology. Our teachers have software on their computers that allows them to view student desktops during the school day. We also have software installed on all of the computers that allow us to pull reports and to receive notifications for illegal use if they download illegal music or repeatedly attempt to break filters, things of that nature. And so and then in addition to that, if a student is believed to be breaking a school or district policy using the laptop, then the school administration has to reserve the right to search that laptop and all of its contents thoroughly, and the student should have no expectation of privacy when that sort of event occurs. So the general point I want to make is that students should be reminded that it is a school device and that the use of it should be limited to school use at all times. We have been pretty liberal on this in the past, and I think that it will continue to be in our best interest to encourage students to use their school laptop for a variety of purposes. I don't think that we want to get in a situation where we are restricting every possible use of the school technology. Our students like the technology that we give them. It's encouraging that they see it as a positive part of their education, and we want to maintain that. But at the same time, we do not give students these laptops to watch Netflix or play games or listen to music on. And so therefore, students should have no expectation that we support those types of activities in the school or otherwise. Also, I just want to make a point, especially in relation to the post that I made, or I'm sorry, the point I made in the previous slide, is that because computers belong to the school and are subject to district search and seizure policies, students should keep in mind that when they link their phone or social media accounts to their school laptop, they do make their messages and images that they link up to it accessible to school staff. So, as an example, iPhones have a particularly convenient way to link up to iMessage on the Mac, and some students like to link those two platforms up so that they can receive their text messages that people send to their phone on their school computer. And while that's convenient, this could get a student in trouble if they are text messaging or their friends are messaging using their phones, sending them messages that are inappropriate for school. And so anything that ends up on the school laptop is subject to school district policy, and so therefore students should just be aware that linking their accounts, social media, and personal devices does open those devices up for possible scrutiny. I want to give some general warnings, and I'll get a little more specific here about some of the incidences that have occurred. And again, parents, I just want to assure you these incidents are rare. If they were frequent, then we would have stricter rules on our technology, but I want to make sure that in order to keep providing this, I need to give the proper disclosures to parents. Students are never to use their school laptop to send school inappropriate messages, ever. Using a school laptop, regardless of the time of day or location, to send messages about drugs, sex, harming someone else, partying behavior, that's never allowed, and students should understand that those using the school technology for those purposes does violate some rules, and that they could get in trouble for it. Second point I want to make is that, as a general warning, is that students should never use their laptop to send school inappropriate pictures. Students should understand that sending pictures of other students or of behavior or of incidents that are inappropriate for a school setting are grounds for school discipline. And then also, we don't want students using their laptop to threaten or say mean things to other people. Again, this is an area where students in the past, rare, but a few students have gotten themselves in trouble with bullying type language or aggressive type language or threats to other people using school technology, which of course, given the lack of privacy and other things, gets them into some trouble. And then the last point, if you receive a message that's inappropriate, do not send it on. That makes it only worse. On a more positive note, parents, you have access to your child's grades in one of two ways. Either through Echo, our course management system, where you can view daily agendas for courses. You can check up to the minute grades, and also just find general information about your kid's course, resources if they're sick, things like that. That's the day-to-day location for grades and course materials. For end of semester, end of marking period grades, as well as attendance and discipline referrals, you can log into Skyward. So this year, this summer, you should have received a packet of information from the school that went out probably about a month ago that included your Skyward login and as well as information about laptop pickup. If you log into Skyward, you can see report cards, schedules. You can even update your child's attendance records if your child is going to be absent from school. You can let the school know through Skyward. You can also see any discipline referrals that the school has assigned to your child. Anytime a teacher has had an incident, it will show up on Skyward. There is a message center in Skyward that will allow you to send a message to your child's teachers. And it's also where we ask parents to log in to register their child for school. Students, just one last note, especially if you have an off-campus class, we require that you turn your laptop once your last course is concluded. Obviously, for students who are on our campus all day, it's much easier for us to get the laptop back, but it's a requirement that our laptops come back every summer so that we can re-image them, make sure that they're up to date and fully functional. If students do not return their laptop at the conclusion of their last class, just understand that there's a series of consequences that the school can apply, from everything from applying fees or reporting to a collection agency or the authorities. We obviously don't want to do that, so therefore I'm giving you this heads up and this plea to please make sure we get the technology back as soon as possible. Parents, if you have any questions about anything I've said in this presentation, please feel free to call me at 989-687-3300 or shoot me an email at patrick.malley@merps.org. Once you've watched this video, please take a moment to go to this website. The link is on the screen to certify that you have seen it. And once you've certified it, you can come on into the school and get your child's laptop. Or if you've already made payment online or in the office and registered your child, then your child can take the computer home on the first day of school, assuming that he or she has checked in with the technology department ahead of time to make sure everything is okay. Thank you very much. Take care.